Are demons hiding just out of our sight? Since I was a child, I always remembered my demon or spiritual encounters. In fact, when I had gotten very ill and lost majority of my memories, the memories that remained were my spiritual encounters. Every demon I had seen, every angel I had seen, every spirit, every dream that was spiritual in nature, they all remained. And then one thing that always intrigued me was the way light interacted with the spiritual being. The angel was misty, pure white mist, as clean as can be. It lit off a warm feeling. I felt safe. And because I was so young, I thought it was so pretty. And I was just a child, I felt no fear when seeing it. Then, later, I would encounter many demons, many different kinds of demons, or other spirits. A lot of them were not happy that I could see them. One thing that stood out to me was the fact they looked like they were made out of smoke. Really thick, dark grey smoke. That was one. Then the rest looked like they were made out of black, pure black smoke. And they moved slightly different to smoke. More like fire, but they were black, black, black. Then there was the ones that were pitch black, with a bit of a smoky appearance on the outside. But close towards the inside, it glowed red, as though its veins had lava running through them. And it was bright. So this always intrigued me. And another thing I had noticed was that when I started needing glasses, when my eyesight had changed, it became harder to see spirits and interact with them. And I noticed something else that was different, that was very weird. If I had put a hearing aid in, because I later started needing a hearing aid, it became harder to hear the spirits. Today we are going to be talking about the fact that demons or spirits are hiding just outside our visual light spectrum. Hello everyone, I'm Smoky Spirit. Let us begin. In many ancient belief systems, ancient texts, ancient cultures, spiritual beings were always associated with fire, mist, flame, smoke. And I can see why. Because when I saw them, I saw all those. And there's nothing else I could compare them to. In Acts 13, verse 11, "And now behold, the hand of the Lord is upon thee, and thou shalt be blind, not seeing the sun for a season. And immediately there fell on him a mist and a darkness, and he went about seeking some to lead him by the hand." Revelations 15, verse 8. "And the temple was filled with smoke from the glory of God, from his power. And no man was able to enter into the temple till the 7 plagues of the 7 angels were fulfilled." In the Islamic faith, there is a powerful type of demon associated with death, known as an ifrit. It can be compared to an evil type of genie, and the phrase is often followed by the saying among the jinn, ifrit among the jinn. The jinn are found in the Islamic faith and are considered to be supernatural beings made out of smokeless fire and scorching flame, able to interact with its surroundings. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Angels were created from light, jinns from smokeless flame of fire, and Adam from sounding clay." Spirits are considered to be good, neutral, or evil. These beings are capable of shape-shifting, which is also a property found in the liquid state, the gas state, and the plasma state. Then, I was trying to figure out what state they would have been in, because they're not organic solids, living creatures like us. or solid like a piece of wood. They're not a gas. They move and they live and they interact and they showed emotion and they were always angry if I had seen them. They're not a liquid, but they share the movement and the shape-shifting properties of liquids and gases. What state were they in? I looked into the state of fire. Was fire a gas? Fire is in the fourth state of matter that not many people are taught when they're in school. This is called plasma. And plasma takes up 99% of seen matter. So plasma waves are similar to waves found in other media. Waves can include electromagnetic, standing electromagnetic, and even produce sound-like waves. In most cases, plasma dynamics are controlled by electric and magnetic forces. This brings us to the electromagnetic spectrum. This is a range of all possible frequencies and electromagnetic radiation absorbed or reflected by objects. The lowest frequencies have the shortest wavelengths, and the highest frequencies have the longest wavelengths. The spectrum ranges from radio, gamma rays, and is considered infinite. This means all audio and visible light frequencies lie on the spectrum. The visible light spectrum is found on the electromagnetic spectrum. Now, different animals have different spectrums of visible light. However, the areas on electromagnetic spectrum known as the visible light spectrum refers to radiation visible to the human eye. The frequency is found between infrared and ultraviolet. Some animals have eyesight that extends beyond ultraviolet light, and there is a belief that many of the animals who can see the UV light are able to see and interact with spirits. Surface color is seen based off the reflection and absorption of properties of an object. The human eye contains rod and cone cells, which interpret the reflected light. People usually have trichromatic vision, but humans can also have dichromatic vision, monochromatic vision, and tetrachromatic vision. People with tetrachromatic vision can see wavelengths beyond that of a normal person. However, they still cannot see beyond the UV part of the spectrum. But that's not all. There are other things that are outside of visual light spectrum that also falls under plasma. And some scientists believe that 99% of all matter could be plasma. Alright, so maybe these guys are made out of plasma. Plasma is known as a charged gas. Plasma can be in many states. We've seen it because it's all over the place. Can plasma be alive? Can it be living? Is that even possible? Actually, something very interesting came up in my research. It turns out scientists were able to make plasma blobs that were capable of communicating via vibration and reproducing and doing so much more. And the only reason they weren't considered as being living was, get this, they had not inherited any material, but they completed most of the function of living things. Plasma, in a simulation, was shown to be able to replicate DNA-like strands and even evolve. There we go. These are plasma beings. Some form of plasma. Living plasma, evolved plasma, that can decide whether or not it wants you to see it. They can go in and out of our visual light spectrum and are most likely hiding closer to the UV spectrum. So why did I have a more increased chance of interacting with these spirits? Why did I see them more? Certain people are more likely to see spirits than others. And every time I encountered a spirit, majority of the time, they seemed mad that I could see them. I did the test. And turns out, apparently, I am tetrachromatic. But obviously, you don't take one test, you take multiple. Same result. I was like, okay, so I have tetrachromatic vision. I can see more colors. That means they're more likely to fall into my visual light spectrum. In conclusion, science itself shows that plasma has shown behavior similar to that of living organisms. Most visible matter is believed to be made out of plasma, and people with tetrachromatic vision are capable of seeing more wavelengths than the average person. This could mean that the demons I saw were examples of living plasma that is able to change its vibrational frequencies, allowing it to enter my sight and within the human visual light spectrum. My ability to see more colors increased the likelihood of an interaction with the living plasma, and as my eyesight deteriorated, the way light entered my eye had changed and decreased this ability.